Okay, I think we got it working now. Let's see. People join here. Okay, is it better now? Not that juicy. I know what was the problem. It was apparently because I set up OBS to use a the primary YouTube thingy, and there's different way you can stream. There's a legacy way and a new way apparently, and mine was set up to the legacy on YouTube, but yeah, no, the new on YouTube and legacy on the legacy on YouTube and the new on OBS. So I had to make that match. So it should work now. There's no buffering yet, so I think you're good. Yeah, it also shows screen here on my screen, so it seems like I turned down the bitrate I upload with because I thought that was the problem, but it turned out it wasn't. It was because I was aiming at a wrong YouTube server. Whatever. Anyway, let's see. Okay, I will clean up afterwards all these small test streams and everything. Let's see if people get back now, or people just, you know, kind of gave up on me and was just leaving the sinking ship here. I will put on cam and all that in a moment. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Hello, Dak Miller, Kessel, let's play. And we have MC the Dev. So a long time no see. I actually let's switch over here to kind of start up. Oh, why there's no why is there no chat in here? Let's try this one. Boom. What? There should be a chat thingy going on here. Maybe it gave up on me. There we go. I think I just have to refresh it. Let's see if the message starts coming. Hello Blake, hello Defender. Whoa. Hello Siri, I didn't call you. Redbot, hello. Leo, Velux, Blondie. And we're not going with lo-fi today, we are going with hi-fi music from Stream Beats. Because it's summer and a little up tempo. So yeah, what am I going to do? I will stream. Okay, give me a second. Why is this chat not updating? Okay, we have to live without this chat on the screen for now. I know, a little weird live stream here, and I needed to have 3 goes to make it work. But bear with me, I haven't streamed since February as it looks, so I'm a little rusty. However, I got a new cam since this last time. I had the AV Media PW513, I think. Perfectly good 4K camera and everything. Sadly only 30 FPS, and sadly a little taxing on the CPU. So I saw Elgato came out with this new show you, not because it should be an ad for that, but Gato face cam, and maybe you don't care, but show you anyway. So here you can see I got this cam now. I can of course show you because I'm using it. Yeah, I got this one now, and it's actually pretty good. You can see the quality is pretty decent if we go full screen here. Pretty okay quality, and it's 60 FPS. It's only 1080, but 60 FPS. So yeah. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's a little big and chunky, and it's a little weird when you have to put on this privacy thingy. On the other one, it was just like a little thing you took down. It was easy, and it didn't you didn't lose it. But this one you actually have to take off the camera and put back on the camera, which is a little annoying. But anyway, so why am I here? Well, hello. So I will get to the chat in a bit, but oh, Streamlabs bot also joined. Perfect. So why I'm here? I'm here because the summer holiday is over. I'm back, and I was a little quiet up to the 4th of July update because, as you know, there was a pretty big update, and I needed to put in a lot of content in the game for the 4th of July. And now I'm back to, you know, dev mode, where I won't push out that many updates, only if there's some kind of critical fixes, and then aim for a large update at the end of the year up to New Year's Eve. So that's kind of the plan. Caught in 60 FPS. But I'd rather go down in quality and have 60 FPS than 30 FPS and higher quality. Who needs a webcam in 4K, really? So yes, as JG blog say, mod support is the next thing. So that is actually what I've been doing some research, and I've been doing some research on how to approach this, and mod support is the next big thing. As you let's go here. So in here in community we have this roadmap thingy, and let's maybe zoom in a bit. All the ones on mobile phones. So here is the kind of roadmap, or the high level roadmap for the game. Again, by the way, if anybody of you is new here, I guess most of you are kind of the old champs from the old days that has been here before. But just to give you a little information, I'm building this game by myself. I buy some assets, like some of the, you know, the town. You've seen that in other games, because it's a Cinti Studio asset that game devs like me can buy to save time, and because it's impossible to do everything from scratch as a single person. So luckily we can have a game engine we can build on, which is Unity for me, and I can buy assets to help off with, like models and some other system, UI systems. Sounds is something I can create myself. So I've bought some sounds, and I have a relationship and some work stuff with a Danish sound designer who helps with creating even more custom sounds, like the one for Septiceye. We will continue to do that. But mainly it's me creating this game in my spare time. Now it's a little over 5 in the afternoon in Denmark here, and I'm just got off my day job, and now I'm here for an hour. Today streaming, but normally working on the game. So I'm doing this in my spare time while having a job on the side, and kids, and a wife, as you know from the intro, and a dog, which is actually right here. But I won't show it now because he's laying in a bed and everything, so don't want to share that. But anyway, hello, Lucas Jensen. So I'm back here with some live streams. I might come back with devlogs, but not weekly devlogs, because it takes too much time, and and I rather focus that time on the actual game, on the game development. So I will do. I have become pretty quick at doing these devlogs because and that was also one of the reasons why I created so many back in May, June, April, was to kind of get a lot of devlogs under my belt to be easy to be able to do it faster. But it's still not, you know, something I just like. It takes a long time, many hours to do, and I'd rather use that on the game dev. So, but as I also made a poll about back in the days, if you wanted live streams or devlogs, the majority of you wanted devlogs. So I guess I will do that too, but just less frequent. And then I will be on live streaming like now, from time to time when it fits, when I'm doing something that I think is funny to watch. Because live stream is a totally different beast than devlogs. Devlogs are short and to the point. Live stream is more kind of a, you know, chill thingy, where you can see how slow it actually is to create a game. In real life, it doesn't work as a devlog. But anyway, dog cam, yeah, but today he's here, but normally he's not here. He's upstairs, but he is here now. Anyway, so what I wanted to, I see your chat, but I can't reply all the time because then I won't get moving, but I will get to chat from time to time. So in the community tab here on Discord, on Steam, there's this roadmap, and you can see the first step was localization back in January. I did that. Then I did this save and load thingy, at least the first attempt at that, which is the blueprints, as you know from the game now. And the next one is research and initial mod support. That's the next big thing. Between these lines, there could be a lot of other in-between stuff, like more content, other features and stuff like that. These are only kind of the big ones. And it's only like an overview roadmap or high-level roadmap. So, but the main thing now that I want to do, that is I'm aiming at and have been researching about, is mod support. Mod support for the game. I don't have anything working yet, but I found an asset I can use, or hope to be able to use, and have done some initial testing. So just for the more technical ones of you, what I'll show today is me actually starting out, trying stuff out, see if it works. Most likely it won't work. So don't see this as a tutorial how you build mods, because it's not out there yet. It's not going to work, and the majority of my time, I think, actually, because this asset hopefully do the heavy lifting of the mod support, kind of, you know, how to load stuff in and how to do stuff. But my part is kind of restructuring the project to allow for easy mod support, if that makes sense. Do the right interfaces, do the right thing, and instantiate, yeah, things at the right time. But we'll get into that in a bit. Let's see the chat here while I take a bite of my little knækbrød here. What if you made a fireworks with a chair on it? So when you launch into the air, the explosion will launch you high. Perfectly fine idea. And by the way, I get tons of ideas from you guys who suggest things, specific fireworks, ideas like Jasper just came with here, and it's super fine. I just can't do everything. So again, because I'm one man. So what I'm trying to do is kind of, that's one of the reasons also to do this mod support, is to kind of let the ones of you in the community who have some skills to do mods, to kind of create mods for stuff like that. In the beginning, it will be very simple and be limited to only, at least that's my goal. Let's see if we can get there, but the idea is it will be limited to only adding new fireworks, you could say, or new items to the game. Not new tools or game modes or anything. That will come later, or maps and all that stuff. But, you know, baby steps. We have to start small, and we are not in a hurry. We have all the time we need. Well, we don't, but I can only do so much in so little time. So, yeah, so mod support is the next big thing. I like live stream. I would just hope for a bit early announcement for it. You know, my live streams are always a surprise. So it's not something you can count on or set your watch after. It's something, it just happens. And you have to be there or be square. Next step, make the mod support better than Minecraft with his Forge loader. Well, actually don't know how. I'm not sure if Minecraft officially supports mods. I guess the Forge loader thing is exactly for, just like we have the fireworks mod thingy for Fireworks Mania, that the way that is done is like it have a loader that injects some stuff into the game, and I don't know how Minecraft works, but I guess it's something like that, and that's why they have these loaders and stuff like that. I guess, I don't know. But what so that is what is possible now, but it's not very, I guess it's not very fun to do it that way, and it's not, yeah, it's a mess, I guess. So what I want to do is create more, no, not more, but actually official mod support. So the game itself can load in your mods and do whatever we'll figure out. So that's the approach I'm going for here. I'm not expecting this to be an easy task. It is a big thing, really. But as I'm a programmer, it's also a very, very exciting task. So that's also why I want to do a little technical disclaimer here. This particular stream, if you want to see new fireworks created or new maps or anything, this is not the stream for you. This will be pretty hardcore and most likely me just sitting here not having anything that works, really. Okay. Got to go already. No problem. Not that juicy. You were also the first one, so you can leave first. That's fine. No problem. Says Forge is a version of the game where you can load custom code. But in Minecraft is completely written in Java. You can only need code. You can do this too, but you can't add assets. Okay. Yeah, again, I don't know how it works, but you say Forge is a version of the game where you can load custom code, but don't you think it's because it's a, you know, a decompiled version where somebody injected or did something to it to load it? It's not officially supported, right, in Minecraft? Hello, Magnus. Magnus, please keep the chat in English. He is asking... yeah, basically Magnus is asking for the feature so you can kind of find each other's save games, save all your blueprints, and that is also something I will be looking into, but that will come as part of the first thing is I need to make the mod support work, like, you know, locally, you can say, without getting too detailed, or maybe we should, but a mod is a file or a bunch of files that is placed in a specific folder, and the game then loads that in and do a bunch of stuff. So to be able to easily get mods, well, that part needs to work first. I need to be able to have the game to be able to load mods from a folder and work. Like manually, you take a file, put it in a folder, and it works. That means when I get to that, well, it's good, because that's the hardest part. That means that the game actually supports mod. The next step is then to integrate it with the workshop in Steam or some other mod loading thing that is more cross-platform maybe. Or yeah, but anyway, workshop is most likely what I will aim at. And that workshop integration would make sense to also do that with blueprints, because when I have it set up, I assume it's pretty easy for me to do blueprints, because that's basically just a file that needs to go into one folder, and mods is basically just another type of file that needs to go into another folder. So that part of integrating with the workshop in Steam should be easy. Famous last words. But anyway, that's not my focus right now. The focus right now, bye bye, Keltrosa. But the first goal for me is to make the mods work like, you know, locally. You just put the file in a folder. But right now, nothing is working. But let's see here. I have this mod menu. Okay, maybe I should do this in... No, let's just stay in the town. Maybe I will switch to the flat map, because it loads a little faster, because it's enough. But it's not really. Okay. Well, that was a long talk. That was half an hour talk without doing anything. Really great. But anyway, I had a lot of stuff to say. Okay, so what I can also inform about is that the asset I'm going for this integration is something called UMod on the asset store. And the way it works, and it gets a little technical, so for you, devlog, it might be interesting. So the way this tool works is that, and I will show you that, and I can maybe I can maybe show it, but the way this works is basically that, seen from you modder's point of view, and I will create a repo on GitHub for this. I already have it, but it's private because it's not ready at all, because nothing works right now. But the way I hope it will end up working. Let's go back to the big screen here. My goal is that this will work in a way so that you, what you do as a modder is that you download Unity, then you download a package for Unity and import that, and then of course write a guide on how to structure your mod. But then basically you by including that package, you can create mods in Unity, and I can share with you materials or models and stuff like that in a secure way, meaning you can use them in this mod context, but it's not like, for instance, I'm using this Synthesis Studios. No, let's put it another way. I can share with you some components via this package that you can attach to your game objects in Unity, so that when you export your mod from Unity, it becomes a file that can then be read into the game, if that makes sense. But I'll show some of it. And I don't have anything working really yet, but this is just the concept of how it works. All of you players, eventually it will be some kind of workshop. You pick, subscribe, mod, download it, and then you start up. But we are not even close to that yet. When will a new update come out? It will be a while. There will be, with this mod support, the first thing I will do is I will have, I already have a closed beta group, and I might include some more guys, you know, the ones doing mods already now in that group. So all the ones that are doing mods today with the current hacky way can start trying out this new one in a private branch. And then that needs to happen. But there will not, to answer your question, Magnus, there will not be any updates anytime soon. And if there will be, it will be smaller updates. because I actually have to build the next big update that hopefully will be ready around New Year's Eve. Let's see. Would you ever consider adding another slower fuse time so that you can fit a long time gap? Brandon, no, I don't think I will add a slower fuse, but I want to add something so you pick the speed or you pick the time eventually. So you can kind of, if you want it to be 1 second, it's 1 second. If you want to have it 10 second, it's 10 second, but you decide. So you don't need a slower fuse, you just need a fuse where you can set the speed, basically. Yes, JJ Block, you can do a custom script. You can, and that's my challenge of providing various things that you can interact with. Like, let's say you can, I expose some events, you know, when some fireworks explode, or when something breaks, or when the player moves, or whatever, something, or reference to the player, so you can do some stuff or whatever. So yeah, you will be able to do scripting yourself. But for the majority of people, they will, I guess, for at least for the first part, they will just do new fireworks, meaning their own model, and then some of the already existing script to kind of act as a rocket or whatever. So I can just set up custom, but I have to create it on runtime. I don't know with UI how that will work, but as far as I understand, you can also include prefabs in your mod. So again, I will have to do something. In my mind, the best way to do mod support is that me, as the creator of the game, expose whatever you can do, because that makes it easier to not break mods and stuff like that. And then of course we just have a dialogue. You say, okay, I need this, and then I'll figure out, okay, let's expose this and this and this. So it's not because I don't want you to do a lot of stuff. It's just to make it as simple as possible for modders, if that makes sense. But UI wise, I have no idea. But again, I think you can do prefabs. So I think you can kind of, you know, we could do something like, if you have a mod with, you could kind of register something that you have kind of an UI that you want to show at some point, and I can just instantiate that prefab or something like that. But again, I don't know. I have only started on this, so nothing is working. Yeah, what is working now is that I have this mod loader. Let me show you something here. This is very, very not very. So basically, in the folder here where I have the blueprints, there's a mods folder now, and then I have a sample mod, which is called .umod basically. And what I do right now is that in the mod manager, again, this is just me testing out stuff. About the virus thingy and script, that's exactly what I have to be careful with about this scripting thing, and that's also why I, as the creator of the game, have to limit the mod support, you know, limit it to specific things you can do, and umod should help with some security about that. Exactly, to make sure that you don't add viruses and stuff like that. But of course, I'm sure somehow if people really want, they might be able to. But I guess all software have that issue. But I want to do what I can to avoid that problem. yes, my goal is essentially, Brandon, to be able, so you as you can do as a mod, you can do custom maps, and maybe even with some of the assets I already have, you can kind of structure differently or put together as you want, and then your own fireworks, and it's eventually maybe even more than that, but baby steps, one thing at a time, and I can't promise anything right now. You can see what I can do right now. I have this mod in here, and I have a mod manager that basically just loads in all the mods and logs out the name of the mod, as I recall. And that's also why I'm saying this live stream is not very convincing, because I just started. I've done a ton of research on how to approach this, and this UMod seems to be the easiest and best way to do it in Unity. So unless some of you have some magic way of doing it, if you have that, please let me know. So you can see here, we loaded mod, sample mod, and then it do some hosting of these, and this hosting is exactly so you can't kind of destroy stuff and all that. But 100% how it works in UMod and how they do this security thing, I don't know, because yeah, I can't know everything. And right now I'm just interested in getting things to work. So my idea was actually that I would, my plan for this live stream was that my plan was to create an interface in the game, expose it via the API, and then have some then basically have an implementation of that interface in a mod, and then execute that function when the mod was loaded. That was right now I'm just writing out the name of the mod, but actually going into the mod, finding that interface and triggering or firing off some method on that one. That was my goal for this live stream, but as I only have 20 minutes left, I don't see that happening. But we can try and do some stuff, because I need, yeah, the biggest issue is actually how I should structure this code-wise. That is the biggest headache, and it's pretty boring looking at me just thinking, I guess. I didn't hear anything of what you said because my PC somehow froze. Okay, well, devlog, basically I was saying that yes, you can do custom script. This UMod stuff should prevent you from doing, or modders doing evil things. And I will, in the game, expose the stuff you can use and do in the mod, you can say. Trusted modder program. It's impossible to keep track of that. About the skybox, Brandon, that's not going to be a mod because that's something I have wanted to do. I also actually bought an asset for dynamic skybox and stuff like that. That's still, and then I wanted to fit into this, you know, cartoonish style I have here. But the skybox and the daytime thing, that will be a part of the game. It will not be a mod. But as you say here, that's an example of what I could expose. So you won't have access to the entire skybox script and all that, because it doesn't make sense to have that as a modder. But I can expose functions and methods to you, so you can kind of set the date of time, or you can set the speed of the time, or some other properties that I expose to the modders. That's, again, I haven't done any of this. This is all theory, but this is what I want to do. And also the skybox, I also plan to do that in the game. So you, in the, let's say in the inventory, there is a kind of an environment tab or something where I can set the time of day. So you can set the speed of the time, so you can speed it up to get to day, and then you can set it down to 0, for instance, if you don't want it to go away from day, or you want it to stay night. something similar as that, and then have the skybox just behave based on that. So, but that will both be in the UI, but it could also be something that you could access from a mod. Yeah. I thought Steam self-detects structures of a Trojan or other virus and stop them before it hits it. I can tell you, well, I don't. Well, my experience is that Steam does exactly nothing. Check for anything. I can't say that at least I haven't experienced it, and I haven't read anything about it. For instance, I know they don't do anything to protect your game. So if you put a game, for instance, on Steam and don't do anything yourself, you can basically just copy the folder and send to a friend, and then your friend have a version of that game. I thought they handled that kind of just some bare minimum thing, but you have to do that yourself in the game, and use the SDK to check that the player that tries to start the game actually have the game. And I'm pretty sure their monitoring of stuff in the workshop is even less than nothing. But I don't know. If anybody knows anything else, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure they don't do anything. Bladier, I see Golden Ages for the game. Yeah, if I can make all this work, it will be great. But I hope I can. But it's not something that will be done in a month or two. It will take a while. Space Beats asks, are you working on more fireworks? No, not specifically. I have a lot on the to do, but it's more important to get stuff like mod support and other things done. And then I will add some more official fireworks and also other type of fireworks. For instance, shells is something I have had on the to do for a while and people asking for. Yeah, I will get to more fireworks, but that's not the focus right now. So for modding, some games have custom assemblies that will be included in the game, like the injection of some method and other stuff exposed to the assembly. Yeah, but that is kind of what will happen here, devlog. Yeah, where you can for example create custom items, and there's a method for it and the game does it for you. Yeah, for instance, in the game here I have some scriptable objects for holding metadata about a fireworks, but you will see that when we get to it. Let's say here, for instance, so this is an I called it fireworks entity definition. It have an ID that you cannot, that shouldn't be changed, because that is what I use as an identifier. Oh, sorry, let me switch here. That's used as an identifier in the blueprints, for instance, to know what to load up. Then there's a reference to the prefab of this firework. And there's an item name and an icon. And it's an unlockable stuff, and then a type of what type it is. So my goal and what I hope to be able to do is that to expose, for instance, this firework entity definition in this package. So when you import that package, you can right click, create a new entity, fill out this information, create a prefab, which have some other requirements you have to, so the game knows what to do. And then by loading that mod in, I will do a loading logic in the game that read in the mod, find all these firework entity definition, and then add it to the inventory. Something like that, simply put. So that is kind of what you're saying there. That is how I plan to make this work. There are some custom events you can subscribe and other stuff. Yes, exactly. That is my goal. Like, you can get maybe notified once the game starts, once the game is about to end, or other stuff. But it's something that we will have a dialogue about, you know, me and you modder guys. And then we'll just figure it out. And that's why I will include you, by the way, JJ Blogs, in this closed beta group once I have something to you guys can test out. Welcome back, Katasar. And Cafe asked if I can please make it so it can blow up houses as well as the gas station. It is on the to-do, and I actually got an idea the other day of how I can actually do that. But it takes time to do it so it looks and feels and works good. But as mentioned previously, that's not the goal right now. Right now the goal is to add this mod support, which hopefully we should have a lot of fun with. But it's not like I'm going to add mod support and just leave the game and then I'm out. That's not the goal. I still have a lot of native things I want to do. Also because if I want to, let's say I at some point want to take the game to Switch or Nintendo Switch or console or something like that, where mods won't be supported, I still want to add a lot of content to the game, both for PC, for people who don't want to add mods, but also for all other platforms where the game might go at some point. But that will not be anytime soon. Now it's mod support time. But enough talk. Let's just I have 10 minutes left. I can't do this now, but I can show you just for your eyes pleasure here. Just to show you. So this is the game over to the left. This is where I make the game, and the Unity to the right here in a moment, that will be that's the Unity that the mod creator will have and have imported this package, as I said. So we can see a little of how it works. Again, I need to restructure a lot of stuff, and yeah, but you can see this sample mod here in a moment, which is pretty empty. But other stuff where you add people out into. Yeah, but I'd rather when I do the okay, there might be not for the mods, because I think I will leave the credit for the mod creators themselves, and when we get to some workshop support and everything, they will get credits for the ones doing great mods will get fame on the workshop, so I'll let them have that. But we could do some other challenge or some contest of some point where you could kind of do a model, and then I could include that into the game or something. I have thought about that, but with mod support it doesn't make so much sense because you could do it with mods. But anyway, so this is not working at all. But anyway, can I show you? I can't show you anything because it doesn't build at all. Yeah, it's over a month since I did this, so and there was some issue, and I've been into contact with the UMod support, so they fixed some stuff, so it works over here, but this one is broken because I was doing something I can't remember. But I think I will at least make it work for next time, and then I can show a little more of in the next live stream, because it's 7 minutes left and I can't make it work in that. But just as an information, this is how I plan to make it work for the modders, and for you guys who are who are players. For you guys, eventually when this is working, means that you can download mods and at first add more fireworks to the game. But there are many things in that. For instance, the inventory right now is not very dynamic, so adding just 2 or 5 more fireworks to some of the categories will just make the UI completely screw up. So I have to create mod support, but I also have to create a lot of stuff in the game to, you know, have the mod support, but also in the UI, for instance, to be able to show unlimited amount of stuff, because I don't know how much people will load into the game. So there's a bunch of stuff that I have to do to make this work. At least be a good experience. Is the modding contact going to be a bit like the translator contact? I don't know what you mean, Lucas. Oh, the credits for the mods and stuff like that, that will all be going on in first of all, on the mods, there will, on a mod in this thing, you have to write, you know, your name, or, you know, the creator of the mod. So that will be displayed in the game, I assume, but it will also, of course, be present on the workshop where you actually download it. So, yeah, it's not like it's just anonymous mods. There will be some kind of, you know, username or who the creator is. But that's something that is added, you know, it's dynamic. It's not added to the game because mods are kind of dynamic. So yeah, Keltusar, there currently is no scroll bar, and that is the problem. And then you say, oh, then add a scroll bar. Yeah, but there's also some performance stuff when you start adding a bunch of things, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Hello. Leonal17. I can't say your username. So bad at names. You just make mod category like in Minecraft where you can only create 2 tabs. I'm not sure what you mean. Then just make mod categories like. Oh yeah, okay, so mods in different, yeah, but that doesn't change that I have to make the UI support, you know, dynamic amount of fireworks or items or whatever. Hi, did you play Sinner's firework game yet? No promotion, I just saw you comment on a video from me. I think I played it a long time ago, yeah. Yeah, I have been in a dialogue with him from, yeah, I guess 2 years or something like that. Because I found him as part of my research before I made the game. Or when I started to make the game, I was actually streaming, and he joined in one day in Twitch, and he was back then creating mods for, he's also here part of the community. He usually is on here, actually, on live streams. He was creating mod for Gmod, and that was also what when I did my research, I could see that the best fireworks simulator sandbox back then was basically Gmod mods, but they weren't very good because Gmod is fun and all, but it's also a very old engine. That's why they're creating this new sandbox thingy. Yeah, so he joined my stream at some point, and then I kind of talked with him there. Yeah, so I don't know how Sinner's game is at this point. I haven't played it. I've seen some. I don't know if they are inspired by Fireworks Mania, but there's another fireworks simulator thing from Russia, China, maybe, or something like that. There, on Steam, which is another alternative. Yeah, pick the one you find funniest. So Raiko asks, do you create script for your devlogs or just an outline? I record videos while I go, and that's also why one thing that makes the devlog easier to do on a week-to-week basis is that I can remember what issues I have and what stuff I did. And then I actually what I have done recently, what I have started doing recently is in the last many devlogs. Let me show you here. Is I don't make a script as such, but the last devlog has been pretty much me going over the stuff that I've changed. So let's go back to, I will show you in a moment. Yeah. So here, so I use GitHub for my code, and I use these projects on GitHub for every version. Also version that don't come out, you know, it goes all the way back. It goes far back. So I've done this for a while, and these project matches the version number. So you can see here there's a one for the experimental one. So what I usually do in the devlogs is that because I do this while doing a version, and back when I did weekly devlogs, it was pretty easy because it was one project for each week, more or less. And then I basically, this is all the stuff I have done. Then I pick out, you know, there's one called make devlog. Well, I'm not mentioning that in the devlog, but other stuff like, so show date on blueprints, simpler, and then some other stuff. That's not enough cue for me to know what to say about that, what I fixed here. And then I just have a small segment where I just talk to the camera about that. And then either before or after, I record some B-roll where I show all these things, and then I match it up in the editor, video editor. That's basically how I do it. That's the way I can do it fastest. And also, you know, practice. Talking to the camera is something that takes practice. And not saying all the time, which I still do. But in the devlogs, I can cut it out. I can't do that in live stream. Anyway, he has its own game now. Yes, Sinner's Pyro. Yeah, he started with mods, and now he created his own game, which is called Fireworks, I think is the name. Yeah, Fireworks, exactly. Oh, yeah, sorry, didn't see that. But Fireworks is the name, yeah. And I actually follow him on Twitch, so I see when he streams from time to time. So I have seen something, but I haven't played it for a while. And as I said, he usually is also in here in the live streams. Neon Discord says, "Yo, hello. This is going to be fun." Well, I'm sad to disappoint you because I'm actually going to stop now. It's been mainly a talking live stream. I haven't done anything really, but I informed you guys about stuff and about what I'm trying to do and aiming for. I could also have put that in a devlog, but yeah, I was hoping I could actually manage to do some stuff. But yeah, let's see. Sometimes it's not that. Yeah, often it's not that. What's it called? Productive to live stream, and especially not when I haven't streamed since February, so I'm pretty rusty. And yeah, and also had a lot of stuff I wanted to share, so I think it's fair enough that this live stream was a bit of a talking head here. It's from China. It has 5 fireworks in game so far. 2.5. Yeah, that's correct. And then it's a little weird, that game. Said the guy who created a game about playing with fireworks. Dutch FM Sim show team. Hey. FM Sim is another thing, but that's not kind of a sandbox, not a first-person sandbox, but that's another fireworks game. Game. Fireworks simulator, fireworks show creator, which have also recently come on Steam. Yeah, but anyway, I think I will end it off here. I need to go up and create some dinner. It's only me and this small kid home today, so we will go up and have fun creating some, I would say, nice food, but I think it will be a little boring. But anyway, it's food and it's fun to create some eggs and some stuff. But anyway, that's all for now. I might be surprise streaming at some other time, and hopefully have a little more to show at that point. This was more kind of a, this is what I've researched, this is what I want to do, let's see if I can do it. So have a nice evening, and see you in the next video or live stream. Bye.